NASA is still refusing to make those photos public. They're blaming it on the shutdown. What is NASA hiding?
We can't observe it from Earth because it's hiding behind the sun, perhaps for a purpose. It could also release some mini probes that would approach the planets. And I asked my Galileo research team to look for any unusual activity in the coming months.
Okay, let me stop you just because now I've got multiple questions. I'm sorry to cut you off, but okay. So have you reached out to NASA? Because this is just, look, I operate in the real world, and NASA's supposed to release photos within 24 hours. It's been 15 days. They're blaming it on the shutdown. You're buying that? If there's nothing to hide, then have Jerry at NASA release the photos. It's that simple, right?
Yes, it's actually not NASA. The principal investigator of this camera is at the University of Arizona, and I actually sent an email asking him for the data. He didn't reply. So
wow.
I'm not sure exactly what is going on. But
it is a comet. It should essentially stay on course and head out into outer space. But if it does veer to the right and head toward Earth, that means it is intelligent, and then what happens next?
That's an excellent question. I think Washington, D.C. will have to attend to it. But of course, it doesn't need to change course itself because it's a very massive object, at least 33 billion tons in mass. So it could, for example, release mini probes if it's a mothership.
Okay.
So we have to watch for both possibilities.
When do we know for sure if this is a mothership?
We will know when we see the children of the mothership visiting us, coming closer to Earth. Of course, objects that are of the size of our spacecraft, you know, of order 10 meters or a few tenths of meters, they would be difficult to observe because they don't reflect much sunlight until they come close to the atmosphere of the Earth, and then we will see them. It might be too late.
Are you saying that this, on Wednesday, could reemerge on the other side of the sun and release smaller probes like the movie Independence Day that could then potentially make their way toward Earth? Is that what you're saying? And then I'll just add to that, are you concerned?
Well, it is a possibility. Now, what many scientists miss in this context is that it has implications for humanity. It's not like any other scientific study where you can say, I don't really care what the dark matter particle is. It will not affect my future life. But here there are implications, and therefore we have to be worried about black swan events because of their huge implications, even if the probability that you assign to that is very small. So I think we should look into as much data as possible.
Next Wednesday, we should at least have some answers if NASA is finally honest with the people of the world, not just the American people. The government shutdown should not impact NASA releasing photos if this thing is truly a comet.